welcome back to my studio. Today I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna address a comment that I got on my last video, and it says beautiful papers, but can you give ideas of ways to use these prints? I was sharing with you on the last video the prints that I am creating for a new journal. And I will be spending several days on this journal. However, I just want to address this comment before I continue with the videos that I have already done for the herbarium and Daisy Art and all around and Silent Seas. I have several videos that I will be posting for those Stamperia collections. But before I do that, I want to address this comment. These are the prints, and I realized that maybe I have some viewers that have never done any of the journaling, so I want to start from the beginning. So I created these prints for a specific journal. What I'm going to do with it is I'm going to do a journal, and most of the papers are going to be used for the pages of the journal. So I back up the papers, and I'm going to fold them, all of them. I'm going to fold them in half, and this is going to be the pages. So I'm going to fold them, all of them, and bring them folded, and I'm going to add other papers to it, and I'm going to show you what I add. But before I do this, I decide on the theme that I want to use, and I created this paper for that because I wanted these soft pastel colors: pink, turquoise, green, yellow. I decide also on what fabric I'm going to use to cover the journal, and in this case I decided on this one. I decided on this fabric. Sometimes I will do journals that are hardcover. This one is not going to be hardcover. This part is going to be cover. The inside is going to be one of those Amazon wraps. So I was not sure if I can show the Amazon wrap on this video. I don't want the video to get a strike. So I already cover because I don't want it to show through the fabric. Sometimes the fabric are very thin, and this one is very thin. So what I did is put copy paper on top of the fabric. You may need to put it both places, but I only put it on one side. And this is this is gonna be the cover. I'm gonna glue this. I'm gonna glue it and probably stitch around it, but you don't have to stitch it. You can only glue. And then on this side, it's gonna have a very thick canvas, cream canvas, which I didn't bring, but we're just gonna show you how to put the papers together and show you what you add later to these pages. We're not going to do any ephemera today or any pockets or tucks, or we're just going to show you the beginning and the process of starting a journal. And see, this is the fabric that I chose, and these are the prints. So I thought this will go pretty with these, see? So that's why I decided on this one. See how pretty it is? Okay, so I'm gonna fold these papers and bring you the extra pages that I'm gonna add to it and show you what I do. Now, before I do that, I want to tell you that I always cut my fabric 10.5 by 14. The reason being, I don't know how many pages I'm gonna put. Maybe this is too big for my pages. I'm gonna check now after I have folded all my papers if this is too big. But you can do it smaller if you want to. But do the fabric 10.5 by 14, and the inside I do 10 by 13.5, so ½ inch less. And this one seems to be very big, so I may have to cut the inside. I don't want the inside as big as the fabric. You only have like a half an inch on each side. I may need to cut this inside because I want to leave a little bit outside so that I can, or what I'm gonna do is, instead of doing that, I'm gonna give you another video when I create the cover, but I just want to show you the beginning of how I assemble the prints. So I folded in half all my journal pages, and I gave you, let me count them. So there are 19 of these journal pages with the backing, and then I have this other that are going to be ephemera used for pockets and tags and side tucks and belly bands, but I'm going to show you that later. And then I wanted more, so I did more pages in here that I am going to put them for additional stuff. I didn't back them. So we're going to be doing on several videos. This journal is not going to be now. I'm just going to show you the introduction, but we're going to continue with the Stamperia one, and then we're going to go to this one. Anyway, when you're folding your pages, it is very important that you mash them, and what I do is I put my fingers like this and then I slide them to the end. After you do that, check that all the pages are being lined. Like this one is not lined correctly, you see, so I am going to reline it and try to do better this time. So I'm going to mash this one in here and in here like this. And you know, you still can fix it. So I'm gonna do that for all my pages, and I will be right back. So I normally have 15 pages, journal pages. These are my journal pages. And then I have 15 pages that are other type of pages. However, this time I like all the photos, so I made 19 pages, and I made more for making ephemera. But anyway, these are my journal pages, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna assemble these pages with these pages. And let me show you what I have in here to add. I have this page that I purchased from Amazon. And what you do is just start combining the pages like this. And then after you're done, these are going to be the pages for your journal. I'm going to show you everything that I have in here. I'm not going to assemble them because we're going to start this journal on a different video. Just want to show you what you're going to do with it. So if you want to join us when we start doing it. So this is that script page. Then I took this from a Marjolaine Basting calendar. I collect calendars, and this is for this year, so you can find this one online. And I have them for many years, and I'm gonna add them to all my journals. So I thought this will go pretty. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut this, and I'm gonna try to make a whole page with them. And this one, I'm just gonna cut this and use it for a tag, or how do you say, journal card. Anyway, I'm gonna speak to you about that in a second. So these are the pages. This I took from a coloring book, because you can take pages from wherever you want to, and I thought it was look good. If you want to color, you can color it. This is a scrapbook that I'm gonna use for also to make ephemera. So let me put it on the side. I added 2 envelopes, one pink and one blue, and I added rice paper. And then I added this page from lace paper that I found in Amazon. And this is another lace, but this one is a cardstock, and it's so pretty. Look at that. And then I added this page. It is handmade paper, and it's also from Amazon. And this, I think, is a journal paper. These papers are also from Amazon. See, they're not straight. They're handmade paper, and they are not perfect, but that's all right. This is for a notebook. These are from Etsy. Some people have hand-dyed paper on Etsy. And this one is also from Amazon. From Etsy, from the same lady that she does beautiful things, coffee dye paper, and she puts lace on them. It's another hand-dyed paper, coffee paper, and it's purple because I'm adding touches of purple into this journal. This one is from Amazon too. Amazon sells them in all colors. This is a ledger paper. This is also from Amazon, and it's a very thin paper. And this one is a notepad from Amazon. I thought it was pretty to add it here. Anyway, what I do, once I have my other papers, which I'm going to count them. I have 19 of this paper and 19, so this is going to be a very chunky journal. But that's all right. I want it to be chunky. So you can either do two signatures. It holds two signatures. I'm going to try... I'm not going to know yet. I'll do it when I do the video. But what you do, then you start adding one of the pages from here and one of the pages from here, like that. Look how pretty that looks together. Decide first which page you want to have in the cover. And for that, I'm going to bring my my fabric. This is the fabric, and I'm going to check all the pages to see which one I like better to be in the front, because when you open this, you're going to see that page, and that's perfect, but I want to see them all. Okay? This is pretty too. I like that a lot. And this one too. Ooh. This one looks prettier. But so far I like this too. And let's see. Ooh, that matches perfect too. I think this one matches better because it has peach, and this it has peach in here. So let's see. Oh, this one has the orange in here. And it has that daisy there. And the daisy, I'm going to use this one. Well, for now, let me put it aside. Maybe use that one. Let's see. So, this is what I do. And make sure all your pages are the right direction. Okay, so I decided on this one. Ooh, so pretty. That is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to change this one for that one. I'm going to start with this one. Look how pretty that is, pink. So now I can bring a page that has pink in there. What about this one? And in between in here, maybe I can add this one. Also has pink. So now I have blue. So let's see. And I go like that and start selecting pages that way. Well, we'll go pretty with that blue. This one has a tiny bit of blue, not too much, but that's all right. So now we have these. I think that one will go good with that. And like that, you start doing this, and you see now here, let's see, want something quiet because this is very busy. Something quiet in here. Let's do this, like that. And you decide, and we're not doing this now, it was just showing you a little bit. We're gonna do it in another video. But then, you have to, once you have all your journal pages like this, the next step in the journal process is to add two, well, you bind the pages together, which we'll do in another video, and then you have to start adding the ephemera. So we are going to use the ephemera that I have for my Daisy art journal that we're making online. So this is not on a video yet. It's going to be in the future video. It's made with an envelope, this type of envelope. So that is why it's called scrapbooking, because you use whatever you find in the mail. So this doesn't go with these colors because it's not for this journal, but I just want to show you what you do with it. So a page that it will match. So for example, you cannot put this on a very flimsy paper. You have to do it on a paper that has a little bit more. Well, it's not going to go in here, but I just want to show you. Find a piece of paper. For example, you see one that you can put it. This one. It's not going to go in here, but imagine that it's going to go in this book, and I put it like this, and I glue it like this. And it's part of my journal, and I'm gonna glue it in here and in here like an L, and it's gonna be opening here, and it can be used to put journaling card. This is what is called a tuck, because it's not glue on all sides. You can tuck things in there, and it doesn't go with this journal, but it will be with my Daisy journal. And I'm gonna show you. Let me see if I have a journal card in here. I do have a journal card or a tag that I can put behind. Okay, this is not a tag. Let's see. Okay, this is a journal card. I can put that like this. It's not for this journal, and then you can journal on the back. So this is for, all this is for the Daisy art journal, and you can do the tags like this. You can do a side tuck. Let me show you. For example, this is on my Daisy journal. We're doing this in a video. But for example, if I wanna place this on the side, that's what it's called. It's a side pocket. And then you can add the journal cards in here. This is too big for a smaller one. And also put things to journal. That's a side pocket, a tuck, a tag. This is another type of side pocket. And this one has several pockets. This is another pocket. I have here a journal card. This is a journal card. It's not a tag, it's a journal card, and you can journal in the back. And then you can add this to any, not in this journal, but I'm showing you things that you can do. Like this. We are gonna be making all that and all these on my journal. So stay tuned, because we have more to show for you on all these things that you're looking at are on the videos that I'm gonna show you for the Daisy art. But this video for this one is not coming yet. But with this paper, we're gonna make the pages, we're gonna make the tags, the belly band. And a belly band is you make something. This is not a belly band, but for example, you make something that goes from top to bottom or from side to side, and you glue it only on, you leave the space in between to tuck fins, like these tuck fins, and then you can use that too. So we're gonna do all that on camera when we start working with this journal. But I hope this answers your question, and please stay for more. Today we're gonna be working on some Stamperia kits. Okay, so let's work on the side and see. And for this one, I chose the paper that has the boats. How pretty. Look at how pretty is that paper. Okay, then this one that has and these are the background papers. All of them are from the background papers. This is the one that is like this, but I'm using this side. And the one that has the foam on the sand. And this one, look how pretty. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna score these flat. We're gonna, by now you already know what to do, right? We are gonna do this, the corners, both corners. On both sides. This is so pretty. Look how pretty that is. Look. It's so pretty. I love it. Okay. So we're gonna use the scorched timber lightly. Match it so well with the colors that this has. Has a lot of places that it looks like scorched timber. So it will be like part of it. We're gonna do the same on all of them. Lightly. I'm not gonna put videos every day, but probably once per week for now. So the big one is this one, and I don't want to put that side. I want to put this side, and I'm just gonna put things on this. I want to see that foam in there, so I'm gonna put it this way. And this is gonna go this way, and this is directional. That's the only one that is directional. So let's put all our sum this side. First of all, we're gonna put one inside. And now we're gonna put these ones. Again, I'm gonna try these. I was able to do it. Directional, remember? It doesn't matter for this one because it's far away. So I'm gonna put it in here, about there. Doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Don't worry about anything. This is just for having fun. My new friend, the art glitter, barely art glue. Maybe for those of you that are in Florida, it is extremely hot in here. Well, summer is almost there. I'm thinking also of doing the journal. I think it's called Princess, because I do have it. I don't know how many pieces I have. I don't know if I have all the die cuts and everything, but I'm thinking of doing that one. But I'm gonna wait for your comments. Let me know which other. We're gonna work for many videos, maybe 3 or 4, maybe less, with these 5 journals that I just showed you, including my journal. Well, the one that I'm creating the images. Well, we're gonna work on those 5 for several days so that we can do ephemera for it, put the pages together and put all this ephemera that we're creating. And then, oops, it's the way we want it. I hope we put it, yeah. And so let me know which other journal after that you want to work on. I'm creating also one with bluebirds and another one with some flowers, but if you guys comment that you want another one, different one, I'm open for suggestions, so let me know. So we're gonna put it in here. It doesn't go too far from there, so let's see. Remember that this piece is directional, okay? This other one. There are 2 that are directional. And I didn't cut the pieces with you because I knew this was going to take a lot of time and I wanted to show you several ideas for these. And I know you can cut the pieces with the sizes. Just telling you from where I got them. For this, I use the package, but I'm gonna be combining other papers with these journals and I will show you exactly what paper I'm using. Should I put the powder in there? Need a bit of glue. Okay, so now we are going to decorate this. As soon as I put the tip on my new glue burly art, and I have a lace in here because you can also use lace. Like for example, we can put lace in there, but we're gonna put it for a different one, not there. Not there. I don't want to put anything in this side. I'm trying to remove the glue from there. I know there's something that you can use when it's dry. I grabbed these and I wanted to use these in here, and I wanted to use that. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna first glue this one. And these are from the ephemera package, not from the die cut, from the ephemera. Some I use from the ones that I use on the all around, they were from the junk journal. And these ones are from the ephemera packet. You have to leave some space for this other one. Maybe let's see, I want it a little bit lower. No, that's what it goes. It is. It is what it is. Maybe I can put this one like this. That's what I'm gonna do. It's so sad that it doesn't give you any space to fix or decide where to put the things. None of them do. They're not too forgiving. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, let's do this one, but I'm going to, this one, I'm going to stain it a tiny bit. Like that. And this one has to be straight. I think that's straight. But don't move. Don't move. Now he is misbehaving because I said that it was not forgiving. Now he wants to move. Okay, I don't want to put anything on that water because I think it's super pretty, and this is super pretty. I think that one is done. And again, if you want, you can put things in here like pockets, but everything in here is so pretty. I don't want to cover it. I don't want to put anything. But if you are the one that buy this journal, trust me, you can do anything you want with it. It's yours. So if you buy it, if you want to put pockets in there, you can. Okay, so now we're working with the journal that I'm calling Pastel Florals. And it has lots of pink and turquoise and yellow. I'm gonna put a lot of lace items with it, and so I decided to find some lacy items at Amazon, This one I already cut. I want to show you. I cut a piece for here, the piece that we need, but it was from the cover and I wanted to show. It's called Lace Memory. This is one. I'm gonna use a lot of these papers, so this is the piece I'm gonna use in there. And then I'm also using a piece from this one, Lace Imprint, and this they're 6x6 paper, and they do not have, they're white on the background. Let me see, this one. Oh, this one is not. This one is double-sided. Some are double-sided, some are not. Like for example, oops, this one is from a different, I forgot to bring you that one. So let me show you the ones that I have here, and I will include the other one. So this is Lace Imprint, this is Lace of Memory. This one, I also use a piece from this one. This piece is turquoise with white flowers. And this is from this one, it's called Vintage Green. And then the flower, remember, this is from the journal that I'm making with no kit, so it's not a Stamperia one. So I use this flower collage for art journaling, and from here I took one of the flowers. I cut one of the flowers from here. I believe it was. It's a version of this one, but it's smaller. Let me find it. It has to be here someplace. Anyway, it was in this book. It was in this book that I cut this flower. And what I did, if you see in the book, let me see the one that is the same. Look, almost the same. It is a very gorgeous book. It's like this one, but it's smaller version. Oh, here is where I got it from. No? Where is it? Okay. Oh, it is here. It's because I purchased two. That is where I got it from. I purchased two because I'm doing 2 albums of everything. I already have the first one sold. They're being requested by people, so this one already been requested. But it was in here, and if you see, the paper is white, but what I did with colored pencils, and I still have it in here. I used clay rose. And I painted that in there. I am a little bit blind, so sometimes I leave things, but I will later go with some glasses and do more. But I was trying to match this piece. And I'm gonna show you from where I got this. I have to bring another, but you see, it blends very good in there because I painted this. Let me bring this other one because this is a 12 by 12 that I also like to use. You have lace accents, and so you have exactly, if you're doing this journal, if you decided to get the kit and you're doing this journal, you have exactly the papers that you need. Okay, this is the paper. It's called Soft Cream Lace Texture 12 by 12, and it is double-sided. It is so beautiful. It is so pretty. And I will be putting some of the papers from here. I'm using this for tags, and you'll see if you join me. We are going to do the same. We're going to find our front, and I think this is going to be the front. And this is going to be the inside. And this one, Probably this one probably needs pockets, but we're not gonna do that today. We're just gonna do the same we've been doing because it's a long video. So let's start by cutting this, and probably the color that I should be using for here is the vintage. Let me see. Tater Rust, maybe. I'm gonna try a test, or either Victorian Velvet or Tater Rose. I'm gonna try and let you know in a second. I decided to use the Tater Rose, and I'm just putting that so that you don't see any of the white stuff on the borders. Wait, we have to cut this first. Yeah, that's where it goes. Didn't do well. Okay. Yeah, this is a very pretty color, soft, because this is going to be a very soft journal. Well, not really, but it's going to be a very shabby chic. Okay, so then we're going to put this the way we want it. I don't want the flowers going like that. I'm going to put it like this. Put that away so you don't see any mess in here. This one, it doesn't have any direction. And this one, we want them like this, remember. So let's put it, everything. Oh, I want to have the blue side in here, and maybe I will put some of the brown in here, because this has brown. What's the name? Scorched timber. Okay, so let's then open these two on that side. And then that, a tiny bit of this one. This one has a tiny bit of brown, so it's okay if you put this. So, and then we have to put another one in here. By now, you already know what to do, right? Okay, so let's start gluing. Oh, this one. I'm gonna put it like this. Okay. Put that in the garbage later. So let's start gluing. I have to put Let's do the other one. Going faster now because now you know what to do. Oh no, this is, I see it crooked, but it's already glued. It's so, but that's all right because this goes in there. Okay, let's put the last one. I think you can put some of this in this one, the scorched timber. Fast! It dries! Okay. That was a mess, but that's alright. Think I'm going to, what I don't like is seeing that section. It's because there's a lighter section in there, but I don't like to be looking at that. You know what? I'm picky. Sue me. You can put some of your, let's say some, oh, I'm gonna put some texture in there. Okay. That's fine. And then we have to put the rose. But I want to put lace at the top. That's why I have the lace in here. There was I think it's Scrapbooking with me. She said to put acetone, and I didn't put acetone on mine, but I have to put acetone on this one probably. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Oh, it's working. It's working. Okay, so I'm gonna put a piece of this. I have two in here. I'm gonna put the one that is skinnier. It was given to me by my daughter. She bought it in the dollar store. So I have to cut the excess. I have to put a tiny bit more in there. I don't see. Sorry, I do not see. You probably do not see either. Okay, let's see. There's another section that needs to be cut. Come on, these scissors are very sharp. Why are they misbehaving? I'm gonna show you something. I use this for my bottles. I'm gonna pull away. This is, I had it's a Tim Holtz organizer for tags, but I think it's too skinny for the tags. So I put my glues in here. Okay, let's go closer so you can see what we did. And now we're gonna glue this in here like that. I don't think it needs any more. I think it's super pretty. I was thinking of maybe continuing the lace because I can do it with color pencils, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's just glue it and we'll see what we can do. Let me just put it where you can see it because I am zooming in so you can see more. And I hope you like what I did. And you know, I have very few subscribers. So please, if you like what I'm doing and you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell. It helps me. It also helps if you comment on the video because YouTube now is very difficult for new people and people that doesn't have too many subscribers. I'm telling you, on my painting channel, I had over 34,000. I have less now because I've stopped publishing. But YouTube was not giving me money. So, you know, YouTube is not good with small channels. So if you can help me, I will appreciate that a lot. And will motivate me to put more things. And if you like what I'm doing, you know, it will help a lot. I think it needs something else in there, but I don't want to cover something tiny because I don't want to cover the lace because it's so pretty. What happened was that it moved, and you know, once it stays there. Okay, so you see it's blending well in here, but not in that top section. So that means that it needs more color. See how it blended? So let's see. I'm gonna try to find a small label for there. On this, your new set, and I don't get any money from Amazon, so I'm not trying you to convince to buy it from Amazon. So just because it's easier for me to get things in there. I don't want it that big because I want to not cover the lace. So let me just search in here. Okay, so I ended selecting this one. It's not small, but there's not too much lace in there. And if I do not, if I put something there, then I don't have to be fixing the lace. And let's see. Rue du Delta, Paris. More or less. What do you think? Do you like it? If you do, please subscribe to the channel so that you can come for more and hit on the notification bell. And we'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.